Hey guys, welcome to Let's Talk Algorithms. This is Vithalam, and today we'll be solving the problem count and say. So this problem has kind of funny and ambiguous description. If you see, I think it is the most disliked problems on LeetCode, mostly because of its description. So the problem description says the count and say sequence is the sequence of integers with the first five terms as following. So we've got the first five sequences, and we want, given a value n, we want the nth sequence number. If you look at it, it's actually pretty straightforward if you once you understand. One is one, and two is basically the number of ones here. It's one one, right? So it's one one. And three is basically when you add. See, what we're going to do here is basically look at the number of consecutive digits which are similar. So 1 and 1 are similar, right? There are two ones. So it's basically 2, 1. And the next value is, you see only one digit which is 2. So you call it 1, 2. And then you see one digit which is 1. So it's 1, 1. So 1, 2, 1, 1. And the next value is, we can just calculate ourselves. So from 1 to 1 1 to next value, let's calculate. We see 1 the digit 1 occurring one time, right? So it's 1 1, and the digit 2 occurring once, so it's 1 2, and the digit 1 occurring two times, so it's 2 1. So that is it. All we have to do is take the previous sequence, count the number of consecutive digits occurring together, and add it to the result, the number of times it occurred and the actual digit. So eventually you do it n times and you get the nth sequence. So let's solve the problem now that we kind of understood the question. So let's do string builder, because we continuously have to append the result. So string builder is mutable, so you can change the value. Let's consider the first. Let's start with 1, now assuming we know the first value, right? So if n is less than or equal to 1, we actually return the S1, the first sequence 1. If it is not, let's take a variable called temp and assign it S1, because we want to start with the value, the first sequence basically. And let's assign a temporary variable initially, define a temporary variable. So for I is equal to 2, because we know the first sequence already. I less than or is equal to n, because we want until the nth sequence, I plus plus. And then for j is the temporary variable we chose, equal to 0, j less than length of temp, because as I said, we'll be starting with the first sequence. So temp is where we'll store all the intermediary sequences. Like let's say we start with 1, we'll have 1 1 after at n equal to 2, and at n equal to 3 we'll have 2 1, at n equal to 4 we'll have 1 2 1 1, n equal to 5 we'll have 1 1 1 2 2 1. So we'll use the temp to store the sequences. So j less than length of temp and j plus plus. Let's assign count equal to 1, a temporary variable, and a temporary string which basically stores the first character, temp of j, right? Because let's say we are starting with 1, actually. So we will store 1, the digit at 0 in the temporary variable, temporary t string ts. For j less than length of t minus 1, because length of t minus 1, because we want to compare the current character t of j and t of j plus 1. So this is a loop Basically, if we have n consecutive digits, we are going to want to count until we break. Basically, we don't find the two consecutive digits together. Until it matches, the digits match, we increase the count and we increase the index because we want to check the next number. So once this is done, what we are going to do is we'll write the value to the result. Result dot write string. This syntax basically allows us to write to the string builder. So in Go, we have to convert. We can't just append the count. We'll convert it to string, and we'll convert the temporary character TS we took here to the string builder. And at the end of each sequence, we are going to reinitialize the temp. So instead of T, this is temp. Right. So temp is equal to result dot string, and we are going to reset the string builder because we want to start fresh for the next sequence. So what are we doing? So when basically the value is 1 and n is equal to 2, 2 less than 2, we come here, and j equal to 0, j less than 0 less than length of temp, which is 1. So we are good. We come inside, and count equal to 1 and ts equal to temp of j. J is 0. So we store the first digit in ts. We check if for j less than length of temp minus 1, which is basically 0 less than 0. It's not the case. So we come out here and we write to the result the count, which is basically 1, and the actual digit, which is 1. So 1, 1 is the result. Finally, we return the value at the end t. So the temp value is what we return at the end because that will have the last sequence value. So let's run. All right. For 1, we are getting 1. I mean, that's easy because we are already hard coding the first value. Let's run for 5. For 5, remember we should get 3 ones, 2 twos, and 1. Let's see if we get that. All right. You see, we get the value. All we are doing is whatever they mentioned here, we just have to programmatically calculate the next sequence. Count all the consecutive digits and prepend the count along with the digit to the result. And no matter what the n is, we should get the right value. We're running for n equal to 10. Should be a big sequence. Yep, and the sequence seems to match. So let's submit the code. All right, it's accepted 0 milliseconds and runs faster than 100% of the Go solutions. If you have any questions, please feel free to add a comment on the video, or please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos coming like this. Thank you.